Hello and welcome back to Quantum Suicide. On the last episode we watched Vladimir absolutely annihilate Yoshiki, ourselves and Katashi. Though to be fair, Katashi and ourselves were not from the original timeline or dimension universe. Yeah. But seeing him ready to kill everyone, as well as Melody just cheering him on, it's unexpected. It was hilarious though. Still, we are on, I believe, I guess technically the final branch. We still have a split later on in this branch, but we're getting close to the end. I believe this here should reveal one of the passwords, and then we'll get all the answers we need. And we finished off with Quantum Suicide. So, Bidding Wars, I believe, is the name of this game. All I know is obviously we're just guessing numbers. We're choosing the team leader, which will obviously be me. But yeah, anyway. As Dai finished her sentence, Vladimir, Shizuka, Melody, and the captain made their way out of the dining hall.
Good. Now that those pesky B-teamers are gone, we can finally get down to business.
To defeat the Huns.
You said it would be random. How will you make sure it's fair?
Keen to get started, huh? Me too. This one's gonna be fun.
This one's not really that fun. It is interesting to have a team-based game in this kind of situation, though.
I've preloaded 4 cards on your tablets.
How do we know you won't change our...
Are you suggesting that...
I turned to... Yeah, I don't know what I'm reading
I've preloaded 4 cards on your Civilized agreement? Scissors, paper, rock? Knife fight? I don't care, as long as you get on with it.
I know, obviously, Dai is a psychopath. But who says scissors, papers, rock?
I'm happy to go last. There's no way of picking your cards strategically.
I mean... I guess.
I will go after Beatrix, of course.
Beatrix smiled warmly as and I remembered that however tough and unmovable she seems from the outside, she definitely loved her brother. Then again, then she was all attitude again.
Well, we all know I'm number 1.
Guess I'm going number 3 then.
Can I call you Trixie?
No.
Wait, I don't need you.
Alright, Beatrix grimaced, but Nicholas swiftly changed subject.
Dai, I would like card number...
You got it, handsome.
Only 2 and 3 are left. I'll take 2, please.
I thought you said you would pick last. Yoshiki going back on his words.
See, this is fun. That leaves with card. Isn't this exciting? Ta-da! But and now I must scurry over to your worthy opponents. Any last questions before I leave?
No. Do I have to always have the most or least... Wait, do I have to have... always have the most or least points as the captain?
No, not at all. Where would be the fun in that? You can allocate points however you like, as long as at least 2 of you have 1 point.
Okay.
So I will get whatever points I am allocated?
Only if you win your battle round.
But I could be allocated nothing every round, right?
Yep. And you thought this game wouldn't be exciting.
Then I'll never win a battle round.
Not with that attitude, you won't. Sheesh.
You could still tie.
But I could just be given no points.
Yeah, I guess you could, couldn't you?
But we won't do that to you, Yoshiki. I won't allow it. I'm the captain.
Aw, thanks, bestie.
You're right, Yoshiki. We could do that, and it would guarantee the 3 of us are safe for this game. But it would be smarter to work as a team.
Beatrix, pulling out the brains.
How? You can't be the loser if I have 0 points.
Being allocated points, or more points for that fact, doesn't guarantee that we will win the battle rounds points.
So you're not going to leave me with nothing?
Of course not. If we were to always leave you with 0, but so does Team B to their last player, we are more likely to cancel out our own points and risk losing ourselves as well.
Well, this is a touching scene, but I'm a busy holographic projection. I've got places to go, people to see.
Places to go, people to kill.
Remember, no talking to Team B at all.
Well, at least we got the medical professionals. With that terse treat. With that terse threat lingering in the air, she disappeared into the dining room, or disappeared from the dining room, leaving us alone as a team.
So if we allocate a 9 and a 1 each time, then we'd always either have the highest number or tie for it, right?
Yeah, but if both teams have a 9, then no one will get any points, individually or as a team.
Yeah. And besides, there's only 3 rounds, so one of us would never get to have a 9.
Well, we could try 4, 3, 2, 1, use them all each time and rotate who gets which.
Someone would still end up with the least amount.
That sounds fair.
You are forgetting that we have to beat the other team. If our highest number is 4 the first 2 times, they're going to go higher the third round. They are going to try and predict our behavior, and we should be trying to predict theirs.
It's so interesting having the twins work with us. Like, actually work with us, not just, we're in the same game, in the same situation together.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it that way.
Don't worry, Yoshiki. I'm not much of a thinker either. But we can't even talk to them. All we can do is guess what they might do.
We can predict based on what we know about them, and they can do the same. We've been together our whole lives. We all know each other well. Except you. Hey, maybe that gives us an advantage.
What do you mean?
You're our wild card, sailor. No one knows you well enough to predict your actions.
Not even me.
It's a good thing we're on the same team, bestie. Otherwise, I could use our strong psychic connection to read your mind.
Anything but that, Yoshiki. You'd see all the things I think about. Like, questioning why you would make a doll that Dai could potentially control, and I'm waiting for that to kill us at some point. Maybe they couldn't predict me, but they can't know that I'm the one choosing, because we can't speak to them and tell them that.
I wish we knew what the punishment was for talking to them. It might be worth the risk, if we could feed them some misleading information.
So, yes, since obviously someone always breaks the rules, is it going to be Yoshiki and the captain, maybe? Because each time we were the ones who broke the rules, we were talking to either Melody, but that's because Vladimir died, or Katashi, which was just out of force of habit of, like, responding.
No. We don't know what will happen. It's not worth the risk.
What if we were super sneaky about it? I could leave notes for the captain.
Okay, then, the answer to itself, and he's going to try that, and it's going to count. No.
Your bravery is admirable, but we do not know that Dai will only punish you. She might punish everyone because one person breaks the rules.
I agree. We need to stick to the rules and find a way to beat them.
Yeah! So then, I guess one of them will die. Maybe Kimiko. Or Melody.
Or Vladimir, or Shizuka. You can list them all off, but at this point, it's just a matter of keeping yourself alive. I know you care about the captain. You're basically siblings, but let's be fair. Yoshiki suddenly became very somber. Or sombre. Yeah, I know it's somber. I don't want any of them to die.
Neither do I, but somebody has to. Dai is definitely going to kill someone, and I do not want it to be me.
But you also don't want it to be Beatrix either. But that's the mindset you have to be. If you're inside a game like this, or like, I don't know, I guess Yotadai or Danganronpa, this is the mindset you'll have to have, because people will sacrifice themselves to save someone, and it will just cause everyone to die, or at least the majority of everyone to die.
And the only way to guarantee that is if our team wins.
Yeah. It's not malicious. It's just survival instincts, I guess. Saving ourselves was killing one of the others. Not just killing them, but killing them in some awful way Chose might die. Unless I can figure out how to deactivate her. So what's our strategy going to be? For me to pick everything, or try to predict their moves?
Currently, our best strategy is to have no strategy. We have a few days to decide how to deal with the first round. But if we go in there with all 3 rounds planned out, they might figure out how to read us.
Fair enough. Makes the most sense.
So we work it out as we go?
Yeah, play by ear.
Yes, we need to be flexible.
Beatrix nodded in agreement.
Well, if we're not going to plan out a full battle plan, I've got better things to do.
Fair enough. Like what? Giving us food? Hooray!
Us two. We've got air filters to monitor and maintain, right?
I'm assuming this is an invitation. My answer is no, we don't have to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. I'll hang out with you. We do?
I told you I needed your help earlier.
Did you? I don't remember, but probably. When? I hadn't seen you all this morning until Ty's announcement.
Well, this morning, when you woke up, I told you telepathically that I needed help.
Let's just nod and say, okay. I sighed. Nicholas raised one eyebrow as he got to his feet.
Well, enjoy your air filters, you two. Let us all split up for now and regroup later with any new ideas.
Even though I am the captain, I'm clearly not the brains of this team.
My mind will be occupied with nothing else.
Okay. Beatrix got up and left the dining hall. The rest of us followed after her. I spent the rest of the day with Yoshiki, making sure all the air filters were working. It was tiring work, so we didn't have the energy to spare of thinking about the deletion game, or anything else for that matter. I doubt Yoshiki minds. He probably just wanted to hang out with us, because, let's be fair, you can't hang out with the captain, and the others, the Vogels are, I don't know. My dreams were full of weird clock imagery. The hands of the watch ticking, and the watch itself, on the end of the chain, swinging back and forth in front of my eyes. We technically have just kind of been hypnotized by this watch. When I woke up to find the sheets all tangled around my legs, and one arm hanging off the bed, I must have been tossing and turning all through the night to get myself into such an awkward position. There was a new deletion game, but there was not much I could do to prepare for it. I needed to stop the deletion game from happening at all, and the pocket watch might be the answer. Of course, the problem was that I still had no idea how it worked, or how it might work, and how my parents were planning to connect to another dimension. Do we even know that in this universe? I needed help. But I was only allowed to speak with 3 people on the ship. Maybe one of them would know something, or at the very least, offer a different perspective. Oops. Oh. We save here, I guess. I still don't think we've hung out enough with Beatrix, because it was the very first timeline, which I think we did when we stumbled upon her in the showers. Yoshiki's always been our friend in every timeline, and Nicholas has survived longer than Beatrix, in my opinion. So, Beatrix. The tablet said that Beatrix was in the laundry room, of all places on the ship. This was the last place I expected to find her, but I assumed the tablet wasn't lying, so I headed out to see her. When I arrived at the laundry room, she appeared to be scrubbing the stain out of her, on her uniform. Good morning, Beatrix. Of all the places to find you, this wasn't where I was expecting to find you.
Why? You think I don't know how to wash a shirt?
No. More so the fact that we're in a spaceship. Wouldn't everything be automated? Beatrix was clearly offended by my comment. No. I just meant that you've got such a strong presence, like a princess, and a princess would never do laundry. Beatrix's piercing stare melted in a smile, and the smugness I had come to expect.
Well, I might be the best-looking person on this ship, but I still work harder than anyone if I need to.
If you need to.
I just don't want to.
No one ever does, except workaholics, but the only one on that ship is the captain.
Kimiko usually does the laundry, but since we can't communicate with her for a week, I thought I'd better do our half.
Fair enough. Well, there's nothing that says a princess isn't diligent or... Wait. There's nothing that says a princess isn't diligent or organized.
And imperious. Start folding that pile, peasant.
Never heard the word before, but I can guess what it means. Beatrix shot up a smirk at me and pointed at a large pile of laundry. This would give us plenty of time to start talk about the watch. Ahem. I found something in my parents' old things.
If it is food, as a doctor, I don't recommend eating it.
But what about not as a doctor? What do you recommend? No, it isn't food. It's a pocket watch. I stopped folding clothes and handed her the watch.
It's not a very attractive watch, but I guess I can understand its sentimental value. Good for you, sailor.
It's not just a watch. I think I've looked into the research, and I think this watch is something to do with interdimensional travel. Beatrix stopped and cocked an eyebrow dismissively.
You think it's a watch that lets us travel to other dimensions?
I don't know. Maybe? I just know they wanted to solve the resource problem, and it's connected to the alternate reality somehow.
Well, either you or your parents are mad.
Why can't it be both? Well, I'm going to apologize for this, but ¿por qué no las dos?
What?
It means why not both? Jeez. Oh. That's unfortunate. Why not both? Oh well. My father used to say it all the time. It's from an old television ad or something.
In that case, you are right, and you are both mad.
Hooray! Yeah, if you were making a device that connected to the worlds, how would it work? What do you think of Pocket Watch? If it worked, we get resources, and then what? Yeah, how would you make it work? Because, again, you only work hard when you need to, so how would you make it simple for anyone to use? Beatrix laughed and looked at the watch again more closely.
Well, I wouldn't make it this ugly. That's for sure.
Cool, but it's not about aesthetic.
It's all buttons and lights. Were your parents living in the 20th century?
I know this is obviously made in the 20th century, hence the joke. There's also the fact that obviously, well, I'm also this was made, wasn't made in the 20th century. This was made in the 21st century. Pardon me, I'm stupid. But point is, the whole ship is just nothing but lights. Look at the room.
Or maybe they came from a parallel universe where nobody has any style.
Not even that universe is Beatrix. So you'd put your device in a prettier watch.
A prettier something. This thing looks like it needs to be connected with a power cable. Did they even have wireless technology when it was made?
Maybe my parents did find a way to get to another universe, and they brought it back.
Back from a nightmare universe of power cables, clunky buttons, and ugly watches? Destroy it, quick. We need to sever that link forever.
Okay. I'm also confused, and I feel like I regret picking Beatrix. Beatrix laughed as she handed me the watch back and continued the laundry. You didn't answer the question. How do you think it works? After about half an hour, I reached the end of the laundry pile, and everything was folded neatly. Beatrix had thrown another load into the washing machine, and that was all there was left to do. She was going back to her own room, so I decided to do the same. It was time to think of some more about the dye problem. That was more of the immediate issue than the watch, unless they were connected in some way. Then we went back to my room and to summon I. I sat on the bed and with the papers and tablets sprawled out across the bed. Nothing. This is so frustrating. I need to calm down. Getting angry is not a way to solve it. I threw myself back in the bed and stared at the ceiling for so long before I was suddenly bathed in the warm glow of I's holographic interface.
I am sorry to interrupt.
No problem, what's up? Don't worry about it. You interrupting anything, what's up?
I found some more information that may be useful against
Is
dye.
it the fact that we can use the tablet?
I've discovered that it's possible to input the deactivation code into any terminal, including your personal tablets.
Yeah, again, isn't that something we already knew? Hence, the character was using the tablet. Do you know anything else about the deactivation code? I shook her head.
Unfortunately, I didn't learn anything else. I tried to access more information, but even with my administrator privileges, I was unable to proceed any further.
Well, at least we know where we can put the code once we know what it is.
I am glad you are pleased.
It isn't perfect, but it's a step in the right direction.
I must return to my duties.
Of course, thank you for the update, I bowed and faced out of my quarters. Deactivation code from any from any tablet or terminal. Huh. At least now I knew that I wouldn't need a higher clearance level. Probably going to have to dig up some information on Yumu if I want to work out this code. Return to my attention to the watch. I sift through my parents' paper and tablets. I keep forgetting I have to keep tapping. I didn't sleep well. I didn't have any nightmares, and I couldn't remember dreaming at all. But upon waking up, I felt awful. Maybe it was the stress of the deletion game and the watch. I felt weak and I had a headache, and my throat felt very, very dry. However, when I coughed, it was chesty and wet. Then it wasn't just stress. I was sick, and I had nothing else. So we're going to the medical bay. Who else is going to be there? I felt like I could get up and move. Well, I still felt I could get up and move, but wet too. I could go to the medic bay and see if one of the Vogels, they could give me something to help me feel better. But perhaps all I needed was a warm bath. Let's go to the medic bay because there's less chance of running into someone who's not on our team. With all the stress I was under, I couldn't afford to be sick. What if I wasn't able to participate in the deletion game to my full potential? I highly doubted that Dai would be sympathetic. I took the effort to force myself out of bed and into some clothes, but I made it, then headed straight to the medic bay. Nicholas was there, working on his desk. I could hear him humming to himself. At least someone was having a good morning. It was quite cute. I knocked the best I could on the metal door frame. Nicholas spun around on his chair to face me.
Good morning. Ooh, you look tired. Are you alright? Did you just get up?
No and yes, respectively. Nicholas, I'm not feeling too well. He appeared beside me so fast that it was like a teleportation. One hand on my arm and the other on my back. He guided me to the bed and helped me sit down. Nicholas spoke in an amazingly calm tone that was quite comforting. Bedside manner.
Let me take a look.
Nicholas put his hand on my forehead, checking my temperature. Next, he put 2 fingers on the inside of my wrist. His lips moved very slightly as he counted to himself.
Here's the blood pressure.
Nicholas wrapped the strap around my arm, and as the strap began expanding, the blood pressure machine beeped.
You have got the early symptoms of a cold.
Hooray! Are you sure I'm not dying? I feel like I'm dying. Nicholas chuckled warmly.
But you should stay here for now. We cannot have you wandering around the ship infecting everyone else.
But we could infect the enemy team. But I'm good at sharing. Sharing is caring. Oh, that's disgusting. I pushed a smile through my regardless. Wait. I pushed a smile through, regardless of feeling so unwell.
That is so kind of you. Allow me to share the medic bay with you.
Thank you, Nicholas. He helped me lie down and get to my head on a pillow. It felt nice. A comfy spot for my sore head. He tucked the blankets in around me.
There you are. Now, get some sleep. Doctor's orders.
I refuse. Nicholas smiled playfully as I closed my eyes and tried to drift off. I certainly felt like I was sleeping, but my dry throat and sore head were keeping me awake, and I was cold. I could hear Nicholas going about his work, but occasionally coming over to check on me.
Are you having trouble sleeping? Do you need anything?
Warm milk and cookies. Definitely not the third one. Why? Cool. We need to stay hydrated.
Well, that is going to take all my skill as a medic. This is the moment I trained my whole life for.
Why are you making us laugh when we clearly got a sore throat? I tried to laugh, but I turned into a cough that hurt. Ouchie.
My apologies. I will refrain from being witty for the sake of your health. What would you like to drink? There is water, juice, milk.
Good options. I'll take milk.
Beatrix always has vodka somewhere around here, but in my professional medical opinion, this is probably not the best time for a nightcap.
I'll make a note of that. Vodka's somewhere on the ship. Juice sounds good.
Orders received. I will be right back.
Are we gonna close our eyes? Someone else is gonna come back with juice, and we're gonna say thanks, and then I'm gonna respond. Okay. We left the kitchen and returned a few minutes later with a glass of juice in hand. What juice? Apple juice, orange juice, cranberry juice? Nicholas gently handed me the glass and sat down on a chair beside the bed. I drank some of the juice and felt it cool on my parched throat. When I looked up, Nicholas was chuckling to himself. What was it? Did I spill some?
No. I am just laughing because you are probably the only person I would fetch juice for. Apart from Beatrix, that is.
Why? What have we done to earn this special occasion? Really? Even when the others are sick too?
I once made Yoshiki walk to the kitchen with a broken leg to get his own dinner.
That's harsh. Why? Wow, that's pretty brutal.
Beatrix had him bring her dinner back as well.
Why?
And yet, here I am getting you juice for a little cold.
Why? Why? It's like, what? That's not an answer. Nicholas, why? I smiled as if accepting the fact that he was, in fact, a sucker, unable to move. What? And we get no answer to this? What if I just lose intentionally on this one, just so I can get one of you two killed? Because clearly you two are not kind enough to be medical professionals. What is wrong with the both of you?
How are you feeling?
A bit better. Still think a bit of a headache.
Do you need anything before I leave for the night?
Answers. I need answers. Why would you do that? A new heads?
Good night. I will be back first thing in the morning. Okay?
So then we think it's you, but it's not you. Night, Nicholas.
Good morning! Rise and shine, kid!
I was startled awake by Dai's voice booming in the intercom. A sudden shock was disorientating, but disorienting enough. But I also realized I was not in bed. Where was I?
I repeat, we are ready. All systems are go.
It took me a few minutes to adjust and reorientate myself. I was in the medic bay. I'd come to the feeling. I'd come in feeling sick. Nicholas said I had a cold. Cool. Dai should not appear. Nicholas said I might be contagious. I thought I'd stay away to avoid the spread of virus. Dai. Seemed like Dai did not care if I was sick. I had to get up and go to the dining hall. I mean, if anything, it's Dai's fault if everyone gets sick and then can't participate. Climbed out of my bed. I felt my head a little. My head felt a little better at least. Dai's ear-shattering wake-up call. Perhaps a night of exhaustion sleep had done some good. I was halfway through the dining room when I ran into the rest of my team. Outside Beatrix and Nicholas's quarters, and the twins were talking to Yoshiki. Nicholas's polished, suave demeanor was replaced by a slouchy, bleary-eyed confusion. Beatrix was standing tall over Yoshiki, absolutely livid.
What the hell is wrong with you? What were you thinking?
I rushed over to them. What happened? Did you break a rule?
I'm so sorry. I didn't. It was an accident.
It was an accident, or you didn't do it. Which is it?
Oh, well that makes it all so much better.
What happened?
It was Melody. I got up to go to the bathroom and she was crying. And Vladimir wasn't around, so I just...
Fair enough, honestly. If Melody's talking to people, it's kind of hard to not get angry, Poor Yoshiki, this wasn't his fault. He's probably just his instinct to try and help Melody. I would have done the same thing.
What has happened has happened. Let us just get to the dining room and find out what your punishment is.
Oh no, she isn't going to punish Melody too. She didn't know any better.
She said the punishment was for everyone.
Nicholas is right. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to hope for the best. Maybe Dai would be satisfied with punishing 8 people a little bit instead of one person a lot.
The punishment better be death, or I'll kill you myself.
Considering what you've done as a medical professional, you better back off. I'm on Team Yoshiki on this one because, for a start, you've also got your brother to help you. Yoshiki's got no one, and he was just taking care of the kids.
Do not worry about her. She is not a morning person, even on a good day.
I'm not taking the words from you either, considering you make patients with broken legs walk places. We've all entered the dining hall together. Team B was already there, sitting there waiting for us. Melody was sitting by Vladimir's lap, sobbing. Poor little thing must be terrified when Dai called Yoshiki talking to her.
Welcome, welcome. It's about time Team A decided to grace us with their presence.
With that, I'm going to call it there because clearly I'm not happy with my team. I think I was happy when I got it, and then I spent some time with them. So with that, I'll call it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully I can see you on the next one. With that, goodbye.